After looking at all of our options, what's going on, Klutch Culture? It has been a while. Hello. Things have changed a bit.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit. Guys, we know we've been extremely quiet, and we figured now is maybe the best time to probably explain why.
Spill the tea.
Spill the tea.
It's about damn time.
And yeah, so there's no major drama. Just before everyone starts like, oh no, what happened with Andrew and Yaku? And none of that. We're still all thick as thieves, and yeah. So essentially, what has transpired in the last year or so? When did we start this? Just short of a year ago.
Just short of a year.
Yeah. Jen and I made the decision to immigrate. So it wasn't an easy decision. It wasn't a decision that we
made lightly.
Yeah, we didn't make it lightly, and it's probably, especially in the beginning, it's not necessarily a decision we wanted to make.
Yeah.
But you guys know how it goes. Life happens, things change, so we kind of sat and had to think about it. We'll obviously get Andrew and Yaku on at some stage as well. But in a nutshell, Andrew also started a new job, which he's had to spend a lot of time on the road working, and so he's away a lot, which would have made building a car down to 3 people. Then Yaku's been extremely busy with work and big projects, large scale stuff, so it's limited his time as well. So it essentially would have been a lot of the video and builds and that sort of thing down to Jen and myself.
Yeah.
And Jen's job had her spending a lot of time, after hours working and that sort of thing. And yeah, so it just essentially got to a point after the last giveaway where things all unraveled for all 4 of us quite quickly. I changed jobs as well. I was actually working with Yaku, just to give you guys a little bit of backstory here. In March, we started the ball rolling on looking at immigrating. We were looking at different options. I'm an Irish citizen, so we were looking at the UK. We decided the weather was dog shit.
Not great.
Yeah. So we vetoed the UK, purely because going from South Africa to the UK, I think we would have both struggled mentally. Then we both have family in Oz and New Zealand. So what we decided to do was explore those 2 options. So after looking at all of our options that we had on the table, including staying in South Africa, we decided to make the move to, drumroll, New Zealand! So it was made a little bit easier by the fact that my dad has lived here for the last couple of years with my brother and stepmom. So that made the transition a little bit easier because we had a bit of a support structure here. So it all boiled down to the fact that, we had the best shot of actually A, getting in, and B, staying in. So yeah, we've ended up in Auckland specifically. So July, I sold up my car.
Mm-hmm.
I said goodbye to this one. And yeah, basically came to New Zealand, no job, nothing. And the 2 of us worked, Jen from the other side of the world, on opposite ends of the clock. We worked on finding a way to get a job, found a job that's great with awesome people, and coincidentally, a good chunk of the people at my office are either from Zim or from South Africa. So it wasn't a huge culture shock in that sense. So then it was just getting this one here.
So the last 6 months were not ideal because I was living in Joburg and on my own place, well, our old place, and then obviously I had to pack everything up, sell everything up, and yeah, must say the visa process went a lot quicker than we all expected.
Yeah.
We were expecting a little bit more time, but
we've basically given ourselves a year from the moment I left, because I came over on my Irish passport, which allowed me to be here and work here for a year. And within that year, if we wanted to stay longer and get Jen over on her South African passport, I would need to get off that visa onto another visa. So long story short, we basically said, if it doesn't happen within a year, it's not meant to be. I come back to South Africa and we pick up where things left off. You know, I'd already sold my car to fund this, and we were like, right, if that happens, come back, find another job, finance a car, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
So it basically left you with sorting out the house, and then things fell into place a lot quicker than expected.
Yeah, so it was literally pack up, say goodbye to family, and then 27-hour trek to New Zealand.
Yeah, this is just for some context, guys. This is now shot 2 days after Jen arrived, so there's a little bit of jet lag still there, but no, just she handled it like an absolute boss, just sorting out mostly my shit.
Yep.
And brought my golf clubs over, thank you. So yeah, long story short, guys, we are now currently in Auckland, and this is going to be home for at least the next 5 years. That's how long our visa is. So, you know, what happens in those next 5 years, you know, things can change, we can change our minds, but this is where we are currently.
Yes.
So, what does this mean for Klutch Kulture? Well, we don't quite know exactly what we're doing yet, just to be completely open and frank with you guys. Now, even though, like I said, we are not 100% sure of exactly where we're going to be going with the channel, I can guarantee that we are hell-bent on getting the channel going again. Yeah. We've already looked at camera gear because I've sold, as you can probably tell, maybe not, I don't know, Jen's phone's pretty good. We're back to using a phone. Reason is we didn't come with a container of stuff. We came with
suitcases. Not
even suitcases, bags from Pep, and literally what we could carry is what we brought with us.
Yeah.
So we didn't come with much. So camera gear's gone, drone's gone, GoPro, I've got one GoPro left, and it's just because it was kind of broken. And yeah, so bear with us while we slowly start building up and, you know, slowly start doing better production videos and things. But in the meantime, we will definitely be taking you guys to meets, because the JDM scene here is ballistic. I mean, some of the cars we saw last night going to the shops include Supra. Alright guys, a bit of a side quest, but we're here in a shopping mall, and the camera on the corner, we weren't actually going to stop, but we had to, and I'll show you guys why now. There was this, pretty mad. Plate says Walker, which is crazy. Full Bomex body kit. Wheels are similar, I know they're slightly off, but yeah, I mean, the full graphics, the works. It's kind of crazy, just chilling in the parking lot. There's a car meet just over there where we saw some Evos and Skylines, but yeah, this is cool. Toyota Chaser S15 Evos.
Yeah.
And that's literally on a run that we did last night to go and buy, what did we buy? Like bins and towels and face wash and that sort of thing. So yeah, a lot of exciting things going on here. In the meantime though, we're obviously in a car, and this isn't a rental, this is my car. This is my car. Well, we will release what you're going to be getting, because Jen's already got her eye on something else, but that'll be for another video. What we're going to do in this video is we're going to talk about what we're currently in. Now, if you think you know what it is, and you're a real expert and a bit of a car nerd like myself,
or know what Brandon's been wanting for the
or
longest
you know
time.
me and you know what it is, before I tell you what it is and before I reveal some shots of it, guess down in the comments right now, and let's see who gets it. Have you done it? Good. All right, so this is something I've been wanting for a while. It's a hatchback. It's very unique in the sense that no one else is really doing this. It's kind of the last of a dying breed. This is my 2014 BMW M135i. be discussing why this is my dream daily driver, because essentially it is. It's very unique, but it's still somewhat practical, not from a fuel economy point of view, definitely not, but from a fun factor point of view, and the fact that it has 4 seats and
space.
It's good. And what you're wanting is also kind of in that same realm of like cool but practical.
Yeah.
But
Police reported ahead.
we'll let's not get caught by the cops. We'll discuss what Jen's going to be getting once we've actually physically found her car and got it.
If it's what we finalize getting.
Yeah. But it's completely Jen's choice. I'm not influencing this at all. So we'll see what she comes up with.
If you guys have an idea on what it is.
Yeah, or if you have any suggestions on what Jen should get as a daily. Obviously, like going R34 Skyline is out of the question. But if you guys have any suggestions on what Jen should get, also drop a comment below. So we spent the day out. Jen's only been here for 3 days. I've been here for 6 months. So we spent the day out exploring a little bit, getting some food, doing some shopping, and we are now heading home, and I'm going to do the first official mod to the car. The car already has an intake, which was great.
Wait, you need to tell them the rule about the car.
Oh yeah. So there was a rule that when I got this car, I made the mistake of turning Jen into a car. Well, more so, you liked cars, but I made the mistake of converting you completely.
And giving me the knowledge.
Yes. So the deal was I could get the car, but I could only start modifying it once Jen was here. So apart from the intake, which was already on the car, it is bone stock. There's not even a Klutch Kulture sticker on the car.
On shoulder ahead.
Thank you. There's not even a Klutch Kulture sticker on the car yet. There's nothing. So we've got some parts sitting at home, small things for now. There's more stuff on order that will come. So there's some bits and pieces to start personalizing it and kind of making it a little bit more in line with, who we are.
Yeah.
So we're heading home. We're going to do that. So we will catch up with you as soon as we've gotten home, probably changed out of white shirts.
Yes.
And we'll meet up with you then. That angle must be so flattering. Alright everyone, so now that you've seen the new ride, we've got a couple bits and pieces straight from China.
I like China.
This comes straight from AliExpress. So we've got 2 bits in here. We've got the white V-brace covers, so they're going to go behind the grills. We thought white was actually Jen's suggestion, good suggestion, and to match the car. Then the next thing that we've got in here is a front lip. It's the full Maxton style front lip, which covers both these parts here and then has a black front lip that joins the two together down the bottom. So I'm going to start by removing the bolts that hold in the top of the bumper so I can get to remove one of the grills. I think we will be going black grills instead of the chrome before moving down to the front lip.
Put lotion on.
Yeah, I did.
Now.
No, this is so you might be thinking, why would I go and buy a 10, well now 11-year-old hatchback, specifically a BMW? Now, if any of you have known me for a while, you've known that I've gone from probably one Volvo to another and have absolutely loved them. But deep down, I've always wanted one of these, and there's a couple of reasons for that. Well, when I say a couple of reasons, there's effectively one, and that is simply the drivetrain. Unlike most hot hatchbacks these days, which follow a very similar recipe of 2-litre 4-cylinder turbo, either front-wheel drive or all-wheel drive, this goes completely and utterly in the opposite direction. Under the bonnet of this car, it is a typical BMW. We've got a longitudinally mounted 6-cylinder with a single turbo strap to it, sending all of its power to just the rear wheels. Now, admittedly, these cars didn't come with a limited slip diff, so it is an open diff, but it's definitely something I plan to address in the future.
Now yes, in comparison to the facelift of this model, this one is considered a little bit of the ugly duckling, but to be honest, I've always liked the look of these when they are modified. I think standard, they look a little bit too close to a standard 116i M Sport, which is exactly why we're jumping into all of the mods right now to rectify that very problem. Now this car is a Japanese import, so littered around the car, there's a bunch of safety stickers and whatnot. They're all in Japanese. On the mirror itself, there is a thing that says something about toll road cards, so there's a lot of quirky little things, but I've seen two 235 manuals for sale and a couple M4s and M3s littered around, but I've not seen a single one of the 1 Series come with a manual, so I just don't think they were available in Japan or in New Zealand.
Okay, so while this is doing an oil temp measure, what do you think of A, the car, and the new front lip?
We can swap cars.
Okay.
So I'll
But
take this.
currently, that's your car. So what are we swapping?
Whatever I get, you can just pick a new car. I'll take this car,
Yeah.
and then you can just leave the front lip on.
Because I think it's made quite a difference. I'll go around here and show you guys. Hit the lights onto the park light. So one click to the right. So I think it's made a hell of a difference. It's just a little bit more aggressive. It's not crazy, but definitely it's like an OEM plus sort of look. What's the oil temp saying? I mean oil level.
It's almost max.
Lovely. Yeah, because typical BMW things, if I pop the boot, we've always got a 1 litre sitting there, so yeah. You can give it one more. It's so good. It's so good. She's a good rig. Did I make a good choice?
You made a good choice.
Lovely. Alright guys, so that's a bit of an update from us as to where we are, what we're doing, why we've been so quiet, and what our current, well, project but daily is, you know, where the Volvo's gone. Just a bit of an update from us in general. And I think, you know, those first mods are now done, but there's one more thing that this car is definitely missing. And it's of course one of these. So we're going to pop this on the back here now. There are very strict sticker rules here that we're trying to work our way around, but I know that I'm safe here. So we're going to pop this right here and we'll call it there.
Happy?
Had to be done. Had to be done. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for being patient with us. We'll definitely be back with more soon. So hit that subscribe button and we'll see you guys soon.